Oops. 1 second. Yeah, it looks like that all works. So now I gotta do other things. Should have this all prepared, but I never actually have it all prepared. So I'm just not that kind of person. Alright, we'll play some of this until we get some coffee done. Kind of forget what I was doing. Oh, right. I was going to look at these. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Are these normal things? Oh, I also wanted to try. That's just some high damage. Let's see who else we got. I haven't used anyone else, really. No. Let's try Bahamut. Those are the other ones I have unlocked? Oh, okay. No, we gotta look at that. Where's Bahamut Pro? I am surprised I didn't learn any of those. I want to reset all. Yeah, let's crank up the Bahamut. Bahamut. Yeah, I like that one way more. Oh, it's magical. Alright. Wow, I haven't upgraded any of the things I should be upgrading. Ooh. I do not use Garuda. Mastered. I don't really use Odin. So let's... I really should be mastering those. Anyway, I'll get more ability points, and I'll do it proper then. As the crow flies. Is there an inn?
To the Vale it is then.
So the other day, I did manage to get
Looks like
the
you've got first.
Echoes of the Fallen done.
But enough talk.
Now,
Fancy a peek behind the veil,
we're on to this.
I'm looking for a Layla.
You found one. So, will your friends be joining in? Or just watching?
Yikes.
We're not here for your services. We simply want to talk.
What you do with
I
your
like the
time is
look
up to
that,
you. The price
Jill
is still
just-
the same.
you know.
We're here about the letter.
Oh, sorry.
I find it
I
odd
suppose you would
that
want to know who
they
wrote
can't
it then.
just tell
Among other things.
he's there for some other reason.
I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
Specifically.
A location, north of town, on the shore of Isle of Feist Bay. There you'll find a tent and the woman who can answer your questions.
And that's all. Nothing else.
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of yours to hand.
Oh my goodness. Nope, yep, that's how you drop something. Oh, I thought they were going to make me pick flowers. That's usually how these things go. What a pastime. Oh, I got coffee brewing. I can't wait to have it. Alright, make for the coast.
Does anyone else think it's strange that this woman should prefer to keep to the outskirts of town? What if she realizes the value of the information she's party to?
Alright, out.
And the danger it puts her in.
Yeah, I feel like there was a little bit of a
Do be careful.
missed opportunity with party in this game. I remember a large portion of like Final Fantasy VI. It was well, the latter half of the game was basically all the people that you rostered. You could pretty much not get them back in your party if you didn't bother doing their quests, you know. There's a lot of quest stuff that could have happened.
It's empty. Why am I not surprised?
Content, I guess one would call it. Oh.
A boat. No prizes for guessing who that belongs to.
How did they get up here? It would have been rough.
The embers are still warm.
So you're Sid.
butt reveal.
I suppose I must be. Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Moats of Water.
The Moats of Water. The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was
That's not what I wanted to do.
a people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yes, that would be impossible, since the tribe famously
Vanished. Was exterminated. Despite the best efforts of both church and state, we are still very much alive. Though we've managed to keep that fact hidden from good Krieger's faithful for over a century.
along with Leviathan's dominant.
That wave out there. What do you know of it?
The surge. Only that it's been there a long time.
Since the fall of Drake's Eye almost a century ago. Some claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty. So in other words, you know nothing.
Jon Snow.
Not that I'll hold it against you.
I find it odd that
The
she
wave was raised
prides
by
themselves
Leviathan
on
in
keeping
an act
themselves
of
secret
rage.
and then mocks them for knowing
Moments
nothing.
before the waters were stayed.
What do you
and the
want?
icon
Either
and
you
its
did a good
dominant
job or we're
bowed
stupid.
Within.
And you want us to?
Rescue him. Yes. You see, a little bird told me about a certain outlaw with a singular knack for putting unruly dominants in their place. And ours is about as unruly as they get. For years, we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an icon. Someone just like you. So what do you say? Will you help us?
What exactly did your dominant do to warrant this punishment?
What did he do? He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can.
Oy vey.
He was born. But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
As do we all. Very well. Far-fetched though your tale may seem, something tells me you speak in earnest. So we will do what we can for your dominant. But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that. I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay? My people await you there.
Okay.
Lead the way.
Just right there, eh?
All right, you might want to hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point.
Oy vey.
It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes. But don't take my word for it. Watch.
That was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Clive, the sky.
It's blue, but how is that possible?
You do know what a glamour is, don't you? Ours just happens to work both ways, and a good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day.
Well, that's nice. That's way better. I was getting tired of the dreary, dreary world.
And that concludes our little voyage. We're here.
I feel like the Leviathan is way too close to just be not obvious.
It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one. I hope you're up for a climb.
With yellow markers? Don't worry. As long as you painted it yellow, I'll get up there.
Finally.
What? You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Of course it is.
Lost Cloak Obelisk. Make for the village.
Watch yourself, Sid. This path can be treacherous.
Like.
If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl.
Okay, so both.
Thank you for the warning.
Alright, so this is pretty linear. Pretty.
And please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Sheila, that I have no such aliases.
Is that so, Lord Margrace? It's all the same to me.
Treasure. Didn't we fight?
I was wondering when they'd pick up our scent.
Ooh, let's try it. Oh.
Stand back. We'll handle this.
Oh, will you now? Shall I keep my axe and spells to myself then?
Earlier you mentioned spells, yet I see you carry no crystals.
Since when did a bearer ever need crystals?
But then, where is your brand?
Waiting for me in Sombrek, if I ever get careless.
Then it's in for a long wait.
Let's give this a shot. How high does this go? Oh, it still goes. I'm kind of curious. That's it. That must be more effective if you dodge while using it. Wow, that's still going. Probably not the most
We're almost at the
awesome
summit.
skill.
From there, you'll have a better view of our home. Few have ever set eyes on what I'm about to show you. Just so you know.
This is not what I expected.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
Yeesh.
It's been a long time since I saw the North looking so
Alive. How
I'm
is-
sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest. Our humble village is only a short way from here. If you'd care to accompany me,
We got like 10 people
let's get
hanging out here.
ourselves in front of a fire,
No
and
city.
I'll tell you everything you need to know. It's beautiful, Shula, and we aim to keep it that way.
Is there something in there? There probably is. Excuse me. And why would you even make that? Oh. Never mind. Do.
Are those stones glowing? That's one of the cairns which maintain the glamour. Steer well clear.
Try. Up high. I was gonna say, I'm gonna start getting potions back.
One wonders what prompted it.
Right. That one.
Your element.
Just go berserk. Ooh. Reflection of fire. What does that do? Nope. That's awesome. I mean, Have to test it in a fight, but it's awesome. Closing those gaps.
Could we not have spared ourselves the mountain crossing by landing further north?
In clear view of the bay.
Yes. Am I allowed to go this way yet? Apparently I'm not a water type. Raleigh. Cat's having night twitches, or sleep twitches. You chasing a mouse?
On evening tides.
Does morning's light return?
Open the gates! The tributary is home!
Alright, so it's more than just one hut. I thought I only saw like one sea shanty there. Still not a lot of places for people to live. So it's kinda odd.
Outsiders? Well, I never. Look at the size of that dog. All right now.
There's so few of you. How did you not realize? You guys have someone that you send
You'll
out
have to forgive my people their curiosity. We don't get many visitors. Or any, truth be told.
Then we are honored to be the
If
first.
Nova Scotia only had 50 people in it,
This is quite extraordinary. Like
and they had a
stepping
collective
into another
concern,
So
I
do you
reckon all
believe me
50
now?
would know about it. No one would
You've
be
made it
surprised.
difficult not to, my lady. But how did your people chance to settle here in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of southern Ash their home. Until Drake's Horn fell and the blight forced them ever inland, where
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps you'd like to hear ours.
No.
That building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import. We can speak more inside, once the place is ready to receive you. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Thank you. We'll do just that.
That'll be them then.
I could talk to the peoples, but let's be honest, I'm more interested in this. What is this, though?
That one's got a black key.
Who here sells things?
Look, Nan, it's the outsiders. Hush.
Apparently no one sells things at the moment. I'm an outsider.
Oh, do you think he begs?
Yikes. For money.
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods? It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've dedicated our lives to maintaining the glamour that conceals us. Us and Walyas.
This man, Walius, is he Leviathan's dominant?
Well, yes.
That's right. Though he's no man, Walyas is still a baby.
A baby?
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his icon were bound inside the Surge almost a century ago. That would surely make him older still.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
I'm sorry.
Walyas was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the icons sensed their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village if my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the Surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
That is why we came.
Then let
That's
us
not
be
to
off.
get. He's
There's
an
a
old
road that
baby.
leads north from the village.
Normal.
It'll take us right into the Surge.
Old, magical baby. Baby or toddler? There's gonna be like some wizened 2-foot creature.
Are you bound for the wave, tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as family.
You could just treat us like guests,
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
you know.
But just in case, I would have you accept this symbol of our people.
That's very kind. I look forward to meeting the family.
The feeling's mutual.
Should the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you. We will.
Then I bid you good tide.
Good tide. Oh.
Our storehouse lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies,
Quest is available nearby. 2 new quests are available nearby.
you may
Well, we
find
might
what
as well
you need there.
talk to the locals.
You are Sid, aren't you? The man the tributary told us about? I wonder if you could help me.
Maybe.
With what exactly?
Oh, nothing too troublesome. Do you know my husband, Pavat?
Nope.
He's the village smith, among other things. Anyway, his name day's not far off, and I wanted to make a gift for him. He's a craftsman, you see, and he's been fretting about running low on the flowers he uses for dye making.
Collecting
so
flowers.
I wondered if you might
Didn't
collect
see
some
that
for
coming
me
for the first
and
quest.
give them to him.
Would this gift not be better coming from you?
Perhaps, but it can't, for reasons I can't go into. Please, I know it sounds daft, but I'd be ever so grateful.
Alright, do it.
Fine.
We'll do your
Which
quests.
flowers does your husband need?
The sweet little blue ones that grow around the fount. Elder's blessings, they're called. We use them to dye our fabrics so we always feel close to water like they are. You don't need to go to the trouble of picking them yourself, though. Just speak to the field hands and ask them to share their harvest with you. 2 basketfuls should be enough for my husband to be getting on with.
2 basketfuls it is.
I am very confused. Like, it's literally right there.
Excuse me. I wonder, might you be able to spare a basket of Elder's blessings? Pavard's wife tasked me with collecting some for her husband, and suggested that I speak to you.
Ah. Word wants you to bless her better half with the fruits of our labour, does she?
Yes.
Go on then. Give the old fool something to squirm about.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't worry about it. An old fool Pavard may be, but if you come bearing gifts, he's not fool enough to turn you away.
I'm glad to hear it. Thank you.
Should we? Oh yeah, we'll just run through the flowers.
Ah, welcome to Haven, friend.
Thank you. Forgive my presumptuousness, but the smith's wife has asked me to make her husband a present of some Elder's blessings. 2 basketfuls, to be precise.
Well, I have one, if that's any help.
Yep. I wasn't
It
very
is.
clear. So
I'm much obliged. They really are beautiful.
Aren't they just? Though that's not the only reason they have a special place in our heart.
I'm guessing I was supposed to talk to her
Legend
first.
has it that when our people fled from Ash, the tributary of the Tyne took some seeds with them. And as they wandered high and low across the Twins, he'd plant them wherever they stopped for water. Every elder since has done the same. So when we finally put down roots here in Mysidia, the flowers did too.
Well,
That's it. End
that's 2
talk.
basketfuls.
Oop. Okay.
Time to visit Pavard.
Nice. Well, that's pleasant. I should make cleaning up repetitive quests quick.
What do you want?
Your wife asked me to bring you these flowers.
Baskets of flowers.
That woman. Come out. I know you're there.
Who? Me?
Would either of you care to explain what's going on?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to deceive you.
Yes, you did.
It's just my husband can be a bit standoffish at times, and I thought this might be a good way for the two of you to get acquainted. What with you being a swordsman like and him being the only smith in the village. It'd be a shame if you couldn't turn to him for help.
The only reason he couldn't turn to me for help is because I had my hands full with all the orders you lot dumped on me. I'm pretty much done with them now, though. But, for the record, the tributary said that we were to lend you outsiders our aid, and that's exactly what I was planning to do. With or without my...
meddling.
Meddling. Still, here we are.
Not allowing full-grown
Acquainted.
people to handle things that
So,
they
if
handle
there's out
every
you
day
need, just
because
bring us the materials, all right?
they're not capable.
All right.
All right, then. And tar for the flowers. I was running low.
Huh.
You use them for dyeing, I hear.
Aye. Crush the petals and it makes a fine and lasting blue. We use it to stain the cloth for our tunics and pennons. Remind us where we come from, like.
As motes of water. Children of the sea.
That's right. The pattern too was left by our ancestors. The Ceaseless Rill, it's called. It symbolizes the river of our tribe, with the strength of Leviathan running through it. And no matter how that river has ebbed and flowed, changed its course, The flowers have always been with us, growing on our banks. I should get back to work. If you need something crafting, let me know.
Oh, well.
Maybe.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Wasn't it just?
Didn't see that coming. That's a lot. That's pretty good, actually. But what can I do with the foundry?
Yes?
Oh, I can do the fallen belt. This is the same thing. Okay, so it doesn't matter which one I do. Also, I don't think the defense is worth it.
Till next time, then.
Besides, this feels like one of those things where you spend your resources on it, and then 2 seconds later you get something better. So, I'll be patient.
Have her hide when she... Oh, sorry. I was leagues away. Can I help you?
Ships.
If you're after something from the storehouse, it's actually my wife you'll want to talk to. She will have to charge you for the goods, though. Not that we'd fleece you or anything. It's just, you know, needs must.
I understand.
Saying that, she might not be able to get anything down for you for a bit.
Ah, right.
She's got her hands full with the inventory, you see. It should have been my daughter's job, really, but the willful little Rills decided to make herself scarce. The heavens only know where that girl's got to.
If you'd like me to keep an eye out for her.
No, no. I couldn't ask that of an outsider. Could I? You wouldn't mind?
Sure.
Of course not. She won't have gone far, will she?
I hope not. But I've scoured the entire village for her and come up empty-handed. Can't help thinking she might have gone on another one of her little adventures.
A free spirit, is she?
Aye, that she is. Can't get her to sit still, especially once she heard you lot were on your way. Outsiders! Should have seen her little eyes light up. Look, if she wanted to watch you arrive, she'd have made for the low gate where you first came in. The guard there might have spotted her. Maybe you could ask him. Ruka, her name is.
All right. I'll let you know if I find her. Try not to worry.
Awesome. Oh, okay, that's close.
You mean my ancestors?
Excuse me. You haven't seen the storekeeper's daughter, have you?
Little Ruka? I have, as it happens. She went out through the gate not long ago.
Out of the village?
Stop them.
Alone?
Aye, she does it all the time. There's a path off to the left which leads down to the river. Nice little spot, that. Safe as you like. The beasts of the mountain don't dare come so close to the village. That's where she'll be. Go and have a look if you don't believe me.
I will. This must be the path.
and everywhere for you.
Down by the
You must be
river,
Wicca.
the road
You
to
know
the
my
river,
name?
in the
you not
village by the river.
read minds?
Your father asked me to keep an eye out for you. You left without telling him where you were going. He was worried.
But I went to look for you.
Well, now you found me. What do you say we head back to the village and let your father know you're safe?
All right. And on the way home, you can tell me all about the world beyond the wall. I want to know everything.
No.
Everything might be a stretch.
Thank you for bringing her home. And I'm sorry for the trouble.
That's fine.
Oh, no.
Didn't bother me at
It
all.
was a pleasure.
Daddy, did you know that there are villages 10 times as big as Haven in the outside world? 10 times! Cities, they call them. And in these cities, they have great big walls and towers and castles.
Oh, to think I was worried. You can tell me all about the outside world later, Sweet Pea. Now go and help your mum with the stores.
All right.
I smell the coffee. I need to get the coffee.
Thanks for putting up with her questions. She, has a lot of them. One of the big ones being, what are the people beyond the wall like? Reckon you've made a good first impression.
Are we the only one she's ever met?
That you are. The rest of the world can't know we're here. So we'll have to be very careful who we're letting in and out. A few of us might make the occasional trip to shore for supplies, but for the most part, we'll make do with what we've got, including what the old Northerners left us.
Yes. You built on top of the old ruins, didn't you?
Okay.
Well, they're made for fine foundations.
Well,
Their
these guys
masons
have their little
clearly knew what they were
chatter.
doing.
I'm going
That's
to go
one thing we
grab
don't have to worry about. Oh, it's
Fefe.
everything else that's the problem.
Ba-dum-ba-ba.
Medicines, metals for tool
Don't
making,
knock
anything like
over
that.
anything.
We have to dress up as travelling merchants and make a trip to the outside and pray to every cloud in the heavens that nobody sees through us.
Which explains why you need Gil.
Aye. And now Rook is back. My wife should be free to assist you with any potential purchases. So please, do make good use of our stores, because we fully intend to make good use of your coin.
I'll be sure to keep my purse strings loose.
Very few things are better than coffee. Unless, like, I wonder if you could make like a coffee cheesecake. I wonder if that's a thing anyone's done. That should be pretty good. Oh, yep, just kick that. Yep. I hear electronics like to be kicked. Oh, cool. I don't know what those are, but awesome. Where was I? Oh, yes. So, does that mean I can buy things?
But anyway,
That's great.
This is all we have.
You see? That's why I don't bother.
May it serve you well.
That's what I thought.
Here you are.
I'll take that
May
too.
it serve you well. Well, if you're sure you need it.
Should be using those. Oh well. Wait, did I forget something?
This is all we have.
No. Okay. So now that I got the actual armor, let's go see if you will upgrade
Reckon
that.
my steel's just as good as any.
Reinforce. Apparently not. Oh.
A good tide to you.
So that's it, right?
The poor things are as pale as ghosts.
Don't make fun of my pasty white skin. They level their door like I level my door. We're kind of into the bank there, buds. Oh, alright.
There's a pair of
Pretty
ships
spot.
just up ahead.
Ships? But are we not still leagues from the shore?
Enemies. Let's do right there. Well, I think that's going to take care of itself. A lot of
The
experience
quickest
from
route to
these
the surge is
fights.
due east, past the second galley.
Shula, how did these ships...
There's a way over here. I'm gonna go check that
Yeah.
out.
What do you imagine happens when an icon of water gets angry?
Really, brother? Did you have to ask?
Oh, what's this all about? Feels like a boss fight. Some kind of ruins. Okay, that's something I definitely come back to later. Linear. Oh, my lifting. Maybe now I can finally wake up. So I might as well just go this way. And forget all the alternative routes. Yeah, we should fight as much as we can.
That one behind us.
Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Is that a Tomberry? Tomberry?
Fell creatures consumed by
Nope,
their
not
hatred
gonna
for
bother.
everyone and everything.
Everything save sharp knives, it seems.
Boom, boom.
Hardly flawless, but at least we won.
I'm gonna go this way. Working.
Guess we're all ready. Too slow.
Ooh. I gotta change that. Not a fan. That's better. Is there any attacks that I like more than the wind up? Could we just put that on? Just straight damage. That one could actually be pretty effective. Let's see here. Well, it's been a long time since I've that is mastered. Alright, that's fine. I would almost prefer... I would prefer if I use you to do that. Can I not? I cannot. That's fair. Alright, we'll keep that with that. Well, wait, am I allowed to put Judgment Bolt on that? Why am I allowed to put Judgment Bolt down there, but... Weird. Alright, we'll take a heavy hitter then. That's fine. So I like those. Can that be... Yes. So if you can be that, and you can be that, then you can be that. Are you allowed to be that? Alright, so now I can do that, I can do that, and just do damages. And then heavy hit, heavy hit, heavy hit, heavy hit. Cool. I'm not really liking that. Okay, that's cool. I'll keep it. So now I can... Yeah, I like that. I like that. Well, I like the theory of it. I don't know if it's actually going to be good. Let's go. Ba-dum-bum. Oh god, yeah.
I can smell the sea. It's not far now.
How will we reach the surge?
We'll follow the coastline north. There's a bridge that'll take us across
But what
to the
about
cape.
south? It's probably oh. It's easy. You just can't go south.
You don't want to go down there. Trust me.
Do I even want
Now
to
I
ask
do.
why?
Oh, that's a... Whoa, no, I didn't fight it. And now we take it out. Yeah, I'm liking this player. Yes, that works for me.
That looks easy.
Much happier with that setup. So, there ought to be treasures about. Such a big space.
Might I inquire about the ray of light?
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea. And Walius by his people.
Nice try. Hiding those items. We won't mess with the deer. It's weak, but staggers the little ones, which is nice. Maybe around the corner. Is that a path? Yes. Well, what's this? No. Don't mind if I do. Turtle. Cool.
You said before that the child is bound within the surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him.
I wonder what some Shiva abilities are like.
I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
I know the game's had
No.
updates since I played
The
it. And I
surge
wonder if
wraps
anything
around
has
the cave
changed.
without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed and the wave's origin.
All right. It won't be
I
the
don't think
first domino
Giga
we
Flare
met
is
at
all
the
that
bottom of the ocean.
strong, to be honest. So, if there's a better ability, I think I'll use that. Okay. Wait, did they just freeze the kid in time? Is that
It's not
why?
much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Walyus's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to. To show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes.
Is he just frozen in time? Is that what they've done?
The forest grows.
Is it not Leviathan that froze him in time? Oh, people. get up to the worst things. Alright, let's go check out actually looks like a good one. Kind of like that one. That one's pretty cool. Alright, yeah, so if I'm not liking Bahamut, let's just... I'm liking that though. So let's... I'm not a fan, but that looks pretty good. What else do we have that's like a... That one looks kind of funny. Not strong, but lots of actually, yeah. That's a pretty good idea. Now that I think about it. Oh, not enough.
Quickly here.
Yes, yes, we're gonna replace you. More stagger. Less damage, but stagger. You're cool. You're cool. I'm gonna try this out. And one day, I might actually know.
Left
I
unattended, the
wanna be
path
set
would be
up, but-
reclaimed in a matter of moons.
Oh well.
Does the light point the way to the child?
It does indeed.
It is the child. No map. This area is
Look at all
a
the
boss
droplets
arena.
of water suspended in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
It's not right.
No, it's not.
There. Up ahead. in the center. Follow me.
Okay.
He's still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin, committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean?
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Wallace's icon?
I tell you, you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the icon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control. But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight. Hush now. It's going to be all right.
Is it done?
I think so. I can feel the icon inside me. But something's wrong. He wasn't just afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
Okay. I do not know how this is gonna work.
Is that Leviathan?
No, just an egg. But a formidable adversary nonetheless.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, look. It has friends.
Oh, that one. Okay, I'm a sucker for it. I keep messing that up. I keep pressing that, thinking it's gonna move me around. Okay, that's gonna take some getting used to. But it is pretty good.
Is everyone all right?
He seems calmer now.
You said Walius was frozen in time. That he knew we were here. How?
I don't know. He's never reacted to anything or anyone. Until now.
The child has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were, but... there's more to this tale. It would be better if I explained back at the village.
I see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
Just leave the baby there. Yep. Yep, no problem.
I'm sorry, Walius. I will make this right.
It's alright, it's just a baby. It'll take care of itself.
So, part of Leviathan is inside you now, is it?
Giggity.
Does it hurt?
No. Not anymore, anyway.
Good. Because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
Of course.
Time is 8. I could go a little longer. What's the temperature? 4. Yeah, no, we're gonna wait a bit. Yeah, I just got a water rock of some sort.
And what
Let's go
are
see
you
the blacksmith.
Bastard things.
Blacksmith.
Yes?
Oh. Well, I guess I might as well make it.
There.
No. We're just making it. We're not using it.
No sign of the child.
You don't think he's...
To understand the spell which binds Walius, you must first know who we are and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity. This tapestry is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge
Couple of
in
soldiers and
northeastern
some blood.
Storm some
Standard practice.
170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend revealing how to make your very own mother crystal.
I've heard that one before.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant. Well, yes.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his icon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had
Sun's
no
out.
such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this
Alright, so
forsaken
this coffee is my
place
hourglass.
to
When
live
it's
out the
gone,
few days she
I
had
have
left.
to go to work.
Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the Mother Crystals. So we know the seal source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the dome of light on top of the cliffs to the west?
Nope.
Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
Very well. We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
Maybe?
The Vare is not easy.
Quest. Oh lord. Okay.
To find. We must first head north and then west, deeper into the forest.
My lord.
Problem is, if I don't keep up with the quests,
There is
they
a
get
matter with which I would
overwhelmingly
beg your aid.
boggy.
Of course, what is it?
Please, not so loud.
Something serious then.
Yes. I think we might have company. I was passing by the low gate when I saw a figure moving among the trees up on the cloak. At first I thought it must have been you or your brother, so I didn't say anything, but the more I think about it, the more certain I am that the figure looked familiar.
And you're sure it wasn't one of the other villagers?
Positive. I think it was someone from outside the wall who has found his way inside. Of course, it could just be my imagination playing tricks on me. I only caught a fleeting glimpse, and it might have been you or your brother. But if it is who I think it is, we cannot allow him to leave now that he knows we're here. Would you go and see? Oh, he won't try to hurt you, believe me. Given what lurks in the forest, the only one likely to get hurt is him.
Okay.
Very well. Whether the man you saw is who you believe him to be or not, we need to know. It may yet be someone else entirely. Someone who means your people, or my people, harm.
Perhaps. Just promise me that if you do find someone up there...
Don't worry. I won't draw my sword unless I need to.
Thank you.
Yamila, this man you saw, might he be the customer you told me of?
I fear so.
The customer.
I'll explain later. Come on.
Okay. Alright, I might as well pick up the others here.
Hail, stranger. Are you a rider by any...
I am. What gave me away?
Oh, I can smell it on you. The scent of the stables.
Great.
And not just any stables. Something tells me you've never been one to ride half-starved birds with chine gall and wet beak. If I had a guess, I'd say your bird eats only the finest greens and has her feathers...
Nothing but the best for my Ambrosia.
Ambrosia, eh?
Well, she's tall and strong. And her feathers are as white as snow.
You're joking. You've got a white chocobo.
I have, yes. I suppose they are rather rare.
This I've got to see. Can you bring her here?
I would if I could, but I doubt Shula's skiff could hold her.
Me dad's got a boat, and he's ferried chocobos before. You could get him to bring her. It'd be perfect timing and all. He's preparing for a trip beyond the wall as we speak. I'm sure he'd help you if you asked.
He would. Well, I don't suppose it would hurt to have Ambrosia around. All right then. Where could I find your father?
He'll be in the storehouse on the other side of the brook. Tell him Manda sent you.
Sounds to me like I'm getting chocobo access. This must be a fairly large
Ty, take me. What am I gonna do?
plane.
You've got to help me. Shula said you were a force to be reckoned with. Are you?
Why do you ask?
Eh? Oh, sorry. I should explain. My name's Kitav. I'm worried about a friend of mine. He went into the forest and he hasn't come back. Would you help me find him?
I can try. Tell me what I need to know.
Of course. You know about the glamour our ancestors cast to keep this place hidden, right?
No.
Shula told us about it, yes.
Right. So you know the cairns we use to maintain the spell?
No.
Well, it's me and my friend's job to maintain them. If it weren't for the likes of us, it would have faded years ago.
So your friend went into the forest to visit one of these cairns?
Aye, that's right. He said he was going down to Father's Fell. There are two cairns out that way, one by the banks of the Swift Run, and another near the Winged Wains, the ships in the forest.
All right. How will I know this friend of yours?
The only one
His
out there.
name's Nassef. He's about my height, but clean-shaven. If you could track him down and see that he's come to no harm, I'd be much obliged. I'll search the village, just in case anyone's seen him, and meet you back here.
Very well.
One more quest to pick
One cairn by
up.
the ships, another by the river. Better get moving.
Bastard things.
Just try to breathe. That's it.
Is everything all right?
Ah, you're the outsider. I'm Fannet, healer by trade. And this is Talor, one of my patients. He took ill not long after you arrived.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so too, but
But
this affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. He complains of feeling chilled to the bone, but there's no fever to go with it. And my most powerful antalgic hasn't done a thing to ease the pain in his chest. I'm starting to wonder if his condition might require a different kind of treatment altogether. Shula said that you were here to help us. You couldn't help me, could you?
I'll try.
I'd be happy to. If I can.
You can, don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if he knows what his father was up to before he came down sick. Something must have caused this, and I want to find out what. The trouble is, Talor's too weak to speak, and I can't leave his side for long. So while you talk to Pavat, I'll pay his wife word a quick visit, just in case she knows anything.
All right.
Alright, that's every quest I can get so far.
Oh, do you need something?
I do. though not from the forge. Fanet asked me to speak with you. She's looking into the cause of your father's illness and wondered if you could shed any light on the matter.
I see. Sorry. She shouldn't have dragged you into this.
It's no trouble, really. Tell me, did your father do anything out of the ordinary before he fell ill?
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. He's always out and about, like. Well, at least he was. Suppose he might have been a bit more fidgety than usual, but apart from that...
When you say out and about, where does he usually go?
Just round the village. Wanders over to Blazier's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fount. They're old friends. Maybe he knows something I don't.
Maybe. I'll go and speak with him.
No sign of the child.
Rawr. We gotta go see about chocobos.
You one of the outsiders, then?
Yes, sir.
I am. Shula invited me. Are you Manda's father?
I am. Got you running errands for her already, has she?
She's asked to see my chocobo, but I need your help and your boat to bring her here.
Or you could just say it no. Honestly, that girl and her birds, she'll be growing feathers soon enough.
But truth be told, I didn't take the idea seriously at first. But thinking about it, it would make it easier to get around if I had Ambrosia here. Can you help?
Well, if you're sure that's what you want. The tributary says where to treat you lot as we would each other. So, if you need me to ferry your bird over, there still.
Sweet.
They don't take the water easily. I'll need you to bring us a mimic gourd or two to keep her calm on the journey over.
And where would I find one of those?
Oh, don't ask me. It's been years since I last brought a chocobo across the bay, and I'm told the world's changed.
Well, the man who made Ambrosia's tack lived in Martha's Rest, and if I remember correctly, he traded it, so I suppose I'll go and ask him.
Beauty.
I'll be sailing over to Northreach soon to pick up some supplies. While I do that, you collect your bird and your gourd, and then meet me by the shore. Just don't take too long, all right?
Easy.
After it.
Alright, I'll go see this cat. Then, coffee is done.
Guide thy bounty.
Get out of the chicken poop. You get sick. I've solved it.
Almost.
Greetings, stranger. What can I do for you?
Your name is Blazier, is it not? Pavad tells me you're a friend of his father's, and that the two of you may have spent some time together prior to his illness.
His illness? Talor's never been ill a day in his life. I don't know why he'd start now.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who asked me to look into his recent behavior on the off chance it might explain how his condition arose.
Oh, I suppose there was something that struck me as a bit odd. He kept asking about the woods. Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear? That kind of thing. I didn't, of course. But he wouldn't let it go. It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a matter of when. Not that I know what. But he never told me anyway.
That certainly does sound unusual. And it might just be what Fanet is looking for. Thank you.
Ah, don't mention it. Oh, and when you say Talor, wish him the best from me, eh?
Let's see what the healer makes of this.
Can I walk through this? No. Probably not that either.
I spoke with Werder, but she couldn't tell me anything. Did you have any better luck?
Nothing conclusive. But there was one thing. Lazir, the fisherman, told me that Talor had taken a sudden interest in the forest of late. He kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there on his way back from the coast, but never let on what exactly he was expecting him to have seen.
The forest. Between here and the coast. Surely not. But then...
Out with it.
Oh, I can't say for sure. But I think Talor's illness might have some connection to the Tomberries. You may have encountered them during your time here. The small, scaly beastmen.
And you think they may have caused Talor's illness?
I do. At least in a way. And if I'm right, it's no wonder the treatments I've been trying didn't work. Oh, I know it's a lot to ask, but would you go down into Father's Fell for me? There's an altar there. And if my fears are true, an offering upon it.
What is going on here?
Please. I'll explain everything when you return, but time flows fast. I beg you, make haste for Father's Fell and take the offering from the altar. Talor's life may depend on it.
Very well.
Curious. Wonder what that's all about. Alright, that puts everything outside of town. And when I come back after work, I will continue on. Oh, jeez. Oh, today's gonna be rough. Spicy. Switch that back. What do you do? I mean, it looks strong. And alright, well, let's give that one a go. Looks decently strong. Might even be strong enough to replace. Well, let's not get too excited. Let's. Where is it? Oh, I can't assign it to any icon because it's not mastered yet. Right. Well, why don't we just put you on? That'll work. Yeesh. I thought he couldn't talk. Alright, no, yeah, no, that's it for now. What was it? Save the game. Right here. Alright. Let's see. We are stopping here. Alright, well. Thank you kindly for watching. And, see you after I'm done outside. It's still only 4 degrees out. Oh well.